Echoes whisper where the wind's not blown. Someone's watching from afar unknown. Goosebumps, rising chills to the bone. Up the stairs they creak and groan. Heart's a drum, it's not your own. Footsteps mirroring, yet you're alone. Mind is racing, nerves overthrown. Feel it crawling up your spine. Darkness plays a twisted rhyme. Eyes wide open, wasting time. Sense the lurking fear of crime. Window rattles, shutters closed. Cold winds bite like death's repose. Silence breaks, the secrets exposed. In the distance, pale moon glows. Here the night feels much too long. Every breath a fleeting song. Shadows dance, they don't belong. Souls on edge, it's far from strong. Clock is ticking in your head. Thoughts are spinning, filled with dread. Unknown whispers, words unsaid. No escape, the fear is fed. In the shadows lies the unknown. Echoes whisper where the wind's not blown. Someone's watching from afar unknown. Goosebumps, rising chills to the bone. Up the stairs they creak and groan. Heart's a drum, it's not your own. Footsteps mirroring, yet you're alone. Mind is racing, nerves overthrown. are spinning, filled with dread. Unknown whispers, words unsaid. No escape, the fear is fed.
Up the stairs they Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the cafe. Yeah, it's great to see you guys here tonight. I hope you're all having a great night. Just in case anybody may get scared, you never know. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope you're all having a great night. And welcome to Weird, Creepy, Unexplained, and Scary Saturday Night. This is when we get to take the chance to take a break from all the true crime stuff that we very fondly cover on a daily basis and enjoy something a little bit different if we should choose to. Tonight, guys, we are looking into the true story of the curse of Llorona. For anybody that's not familiar, you will be after this. Hopefully, you guys are here to enjoy this. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this, and hopefully, I don't scare you guys too bad. I know some people don't handle this stuff well. Some people do handle this stuff. Some people love this stuff, like myself. So we shall see. But either way, it's a great time to take a break from the true crime negativity that we always have. No? Somebody said no. Okay. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Let's see who we got joining us real quick tonight. Miss Raquel, welcome back to you. Isabel just is ranking. Thank you for joining us. Randy Furr, my brother, great to see you tonight. Great to have you here again. Alicia J, always happy. Another one of our scary, creepy fans. Miss Alicia loves this stuff. Miss Tandy's in the house. Great to see you tonight again, Miss Tandy. SRBBBB, great to see you. Either way, please take a moment to hit that. We appreciate every one of you. Yes, we do. Let me see here. Let me see. Show. Eddie's back in the house tonight. As always, Eddie has been such a dedicated and very avid community member here. We love Eddie. He's amazing. Thank you for being here, brother. As always, much appreciated. Great to see you. Let me see. Show. Mark Schumann, welcome back, brother. Good to see you again tonight. Oh, wait a minute here. All right, Miss Paula, always here. Wonderful to see you again, Miss Paula. Thank you for joining us, guys. Please share this out. If you will, if you would, if you could, because you should, please and thank you. Let everybody know what we're doing in here tonight. We appreciate that so very much. We listen is another story if I get It's all good. It's about a mom, SRB. It's just about a mom. You're a mom. You understand. You'll see it's about a mom. And her kids. Yes. It's based on a story that came out of Mexico, I believe, if I'm familiar with. Sorry, guys, my child interrupted me once again, like he does. Let's see here. It is about a mom and her children. Randy, it's wonderful to see you, brother, as always. Come on in, guys. Grab a seat, grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. Please come on in here, sit down, and have a conversation with little old me. We're going to talk about the curse of Llorona. Say that again 3 times fast. Llorona. Llorona. Anyway, don't sing it. It takes the scary out of it, in my opinion. So come on in, get comfortable, grab a chair, grab a seat, grab the floor. You can sit on the toilet if you want, wherever you want to be. Just find a place to be. It is delightful. It will be quite delightful, Miss SRB. It will be quite delightful. I wish Cassie would come in here. She loves this stuff. And Molly. Nobody wants to hang out with little old me anymore. Too busy. They act like it's Saturday night and they got lives or something, and their life is more important than me. Which it is. Just kidding. Llorona. There we go, Randy. Break it down, brother. Randy's our rock star in here. Nope. I know it sounds like my Corona, but it's not. You did that earlier. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday night. I'm grateful to all of you that are spending it with me. That means everything to me. Sure enough does. Sure enough does. Mark, you've never heard of Lallorona? Well, you're about to, sir. It's hard to bring stuff out on this too, you guys. So I put something together the best way I could on this one. So yetch. Yetch, yetch, yetch. Miss Lucy's in the house. I love Miss Lucy. Our old Heather Fitzgerald. We love her. She's so awesome. Great personality. Awesome sense of humor. It's great to see it. Okay. Did you say find a floor, find a toilet? I did, Lucy. Wherever you're comfortable, find your seat. I love you too, brother. Absolutely do. Um, let's see here. Show. Let me give you guys just a few more minutes to make sure everybody comes in so we don't have to restart it. Come on, and I'm gonna grab my coffee. It should be about done now. So give me 1 minute, everybody. I'll be right back with you. Boo! Did I scare you? I'm back. Ooh, I want to scare your butt. Scare your butt. Ooh, I want to scare your butt with my Lallorona. Yes, I know, folks. I'm a cornball. I pride myself. It is great to have you here. Okay, good. I scared you? Oh, damn it. Sergeant Matt's in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see ya. That did not Mama Mia. You jumped? I am now an ass hat. Thank you for the names, guys. I thought you guys liked me here, but okay. No, I don't. Um, 28 people in the house, 19 likes. Come on in. Your dog barked? I'm sorry, Lucy. How many people in here know the story of the curse of Lallorona? Lallorona. Lallorona. Say it. Say it with me. Lallorona. I hope this isn't as scary as the forest schools we learned about a while back. That was epic. I don't know. It depends on what you do like and don't like. So we'll see. Miss Bonnie Bailey's in the house. Hello, my love, and welcome back. I hope you're feeling well. It's great to have here. We love when Bonnie's around. Where is Cap at? Surprise. Miss Denise, hello. Cap loves these things. I'm going to go find him real quick. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Also, I got to get a little message out to my Molly. I need her Molly cat. She loves this stuff too. Let me find her. Let me find her. Where she be? Where she is? Where she was? Where she do? Where she at? Let's see here. Num 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 num. Hang on. All right. Let me see here. Tag. Thank you, Alicia. Appreciate you, Miss Alicia. You turned it down for me. Oh, you turned it. All right. Let's see here. Miss Daniela, hello and welcome back. Super Goats in the house. Welcome back to Weird, Creepy, Unexplained, and Scary Saturday night, guys. We're taking a break from the true crime world tonight and just breaking loose, having a little bit of fun and changing the pace a little bit, seeing what we come up with here. No, it's definitely not The Grudge, but it's a very sweet story about a mother and her children. It is. Ask SRB, she'll tell you. Let's see here. It is a wonderful to see you all tonight once again, and can I turn the music down? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with the music now? Gosh, I've never seen so many people complain about things. I don't like anything I do. You want me to comb my hair, shave again, make dinner, anything? Miss Raquel's in the house. Love to see you. Have you heard of the child ghost of Mary? She's seen in a cemetery where she's buried. There are spooky photos of her out there. They're out there. They're out here. They're out everywhere. I will check it out, Raquel. That's interesting. I love that kind of stuff. Thank you, Matt. They're kidding me? You think? I don't know about that. I don't know, Isabel. Miss Daniela, hello again. Great to see you. Thank you all for being here. 37 peeps in the house, 24 likes, guys. Come on now. Let's pretend like we like Dago tonight just a little bit. Maybe we can get this in that algorithm and see what happens. Maybe we can make YouTube a little happier. Let's see. Why, thank you, Phenomena Mom. I appreciate you. Never. I'd be terrified to be on camera. No, no, no. It's not that bad, guys. It's not. It's not. Listen, if my ugly mug can come out here on a daily basis and talk to you guys just like this without breaking the camera, no worries. Let me see here. Where you been, dude? You're always late. Always. So our co-host will be joining us tonight here for our paranormal night, as always. Welcome back, buddy. But why are you always late? Always. Anyway, Chucky's joining us as always tonight for our paranormal stuff. It's great to see you again. You've been missing, dude. So where you been? I can agree with that, Daniel. Let's see here. All right. How many people know the story behind Llorona? Anybody? Anybody? Let me get this set up. Set the stage for you guys. Give me one moment. All right. So let me see here. Let me start off this way, guys. Um, sorry. Lila Llorona is a mythological woman in Mexican and Latin American oral tradition. Um, Her siren-like wails are said to lure adults and children to their untimely deaths. The legend of La Llorona is a popular ghost story that has been especially prominent on Dia de los Muertos and in Chicano and Latin American communities. All right, so according to the legend, La Llorona was once a beautiful woman named Maria. In many variations of the tale, Maria's husband was an unfaithful or abusive man who treated, sorry guys, their two sons more affectionately than he did his wife. Other retellings say that her husband may have left her for a wealthier or light skinned woman. Okay. Give me one moment here. One moment here. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot this. That would be a visual of what La Llorona looks like or is considered to look like per se in certain places. Okay. So there's that. Now on we go. Okay. One moment, guys. I just lost my place. One moment here. In 19, or I'm sorry, in 1673 in Mexico, a family plays in a field, and the youngest son gives his mother a necklace. Excuse me. She says she will treasure the item forever. The boy goes on a hike a while later and finds his mother violently drowning his brother in a stream. Horrified, he runs, but his mother catches him, and he is assumed to be drowned as well. Welcome, Tita. 300 years later, in 1973, in Los Angeles, caseworker Anna investigates the truancy. This is basically giving you the story that was put together from the movie that they put out. Okay, this is not the actual like true story, but I'm just giving you a little bit of a background on this so that you can get an idea, a visual. Um, Anna investigates the truancy of a client, Patricia Alvarez's two children. Arriving in Patricia's house for a welfare check, she finds the children locked behind a door. And then things go forth from there because I don't want to ruin that movie for you, but I just wanted to give you the starting date on this thing, and I'm going to bring up the rest of this true story for you guys. All right. That was the movie. If you're going to watch the movie, which I did watch the movie while I was waiting to do this with you guys. So, oh, well. Well. One moment here, guys. Sorry. So the legend has its roots in the tragic life, as I explained, of a woman who has been kept alive in lore, media representations, and even a major motion picture. And don't worry, guys, we have videos to run along with too. Um, the enduring nature of the story comes into context when we consider that a similar story was referenced in the Florentine Codex, a crucial text that originated in Mexico as early as the early 16th century, like I just explained to you. Sorry. So the origin of the story, while there are many versions of the La Llorona origin story, it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where it originated. There is some consensus about the broad details of the tale of La Llorona. Starts with a woman named Maria, like I said, who was born in a small village to a humble peasant family. Maria was the proud owner of exceptional beauty and would revel in the attention of men, both rich and poor. From the surroundings in the evenings, she would be found in local fandangos, donning her best white gown. Excuse me, enjoying the attention of local men. Maria, according to the legend, set her sights on marrying the best man in the land. The man in question was rich and handsome and was eventually won over by her charm and mysterious nature. Eventually, the couple married and had two children. It is after this turn of events that things started to become tragic. Maria's husband slowly became detached from her emotionally while still being attached to their children. He would leave home for long durations of time and paid Maria little attention. In some versions of the story, it also said that he was unfaithful to Maria. And Maria would see him with other women. She resents this, and the entire chain of events culminates in the drowning and death of her two children. One version of the story attributes this to neglect on the part of Maria. However, the more sinister version states that Maria was so disgusted with her present state of affairs. When she reaches the gates of heaven, she is denied entry without her children and banished to suffer on earth, where she is doomed to keep looking for her lost children forever and ever. This is where the spirit of Maria becomes La Llorona, the weeping woman. Another version states that Maria killed her two children in order to make it easier for her to maintain flighty and flirtatious lifestyle. Sounds like things we've heard in the true crime world, guys. Since that time, the spirit of La Llorona is said to roam around crying and shrieking, in or I'm sorry, floating in or near bodies of water in search of her children. However, being caught in an unhappy afterlife also makes the spirit spiteful and dangerous, very dangerous. Um, there have been many reports of her cruel deeds where she indiscriminately snatches lonely and unsuspecting children and murders them by drowning them. Other reports claim that she shows her spite towards men, women, and children alike, killing with utter cruelty and without mercy. Over the years, many sightings have been reported, and eyewitnesses have come forward with their tales involving La Llorona, and I have some of those for you guys. This is something that seems to happen on a regular, and a lot of people claim that this is absolutely real. This is not just a myth, and it's interesting to me to see and hear that. Welcome, Miss Tita, and Moonlit Baby's in the house. Welcome back. Agreed, Mark. I get it, but it's just a story. You know what I mean? So, um, where we at here? LR's in the house. Grab your popcorn, of course. I'm just making sure everybody's here that I've caught everybody. I see 45 peeps in the house. Make sure to hit that like button and please share this out. Excuse me. So one of the most important interpretations of the La Llorona story is manifested in the 2013 horror cult classic Mama by Guillermo del Toro, which is a very interesting movie too. Andy Muschietti horror fans are sure to remember the character of Mama, which inspired pure dread and horror as a direct on-screen representation of the La Llorona legend. The legend is also direct influence on other horror flicks, such including The Curse of the Crying Woman, that came out in 1963, which is a good one too. And Kilometer 31 in 2008 is another good one. If you haven't seen, I've seen them all. Welcome, Miss Judy. Thank you for joining us. And Tomboy's in the house. What's up? So, recently the story has been reinvigorated in The Curse of La Llorona, which was reportedly a nostalgic experience for most Hispanic cast and crew who grew up marveling at the La Llorona legend. Apart from this, the La Llorona story has inspired countless creations in the field of theater, literature, and music over the years. The legend has found its place in many parts of the world, including Mexico, Venezuela, and the United States, with its integral bond with Hispanic culture. And the tragic but relatable nature of the incidents that gave rise to La Llorona, it is safe to say this legend will keep enduring for many centuries to come. So that is the initial story itself. It's been twisted, turned as over the years, as many myths and stories such as that do. The movies are all good. The most recent one has an actress that I'm a huge fan of, have a huge crush on. Linda Cardellini. She played Velma in the Scooby Doo movie and many other parts. She does a great part. She plays the mother in this, and it's the whole movie with the most recent is really, really interesting. This is more artwork based on La Llorona. So this is the real story behind the legend of it. And like I said, it's been changed, twisted, and turned to in many different ways. So there is that story there. Now, I have some good stuff for you guys here. Let me get to it. I just kind of wanted to give you a baseline on this. I think it's a little more personal to read and just give it to you that way rather than just throw you in a video and go, here you go, have fun. You know what I mean? That's just not cool. So I'm trying to make this the best experience you can have. Hey, Walt, what's happening? Stable your horse, have a seat. All right. What is going on in here? Hold on, everybody. Scratch. Okay. Load up. Let's see. Come on in, everybody. Grab a seat. Moderators, mount up. That's great having you all here tonight, and I really do appreciate you all so much for joining us. You guys are amazing. And I got a couple different variations of what we're going to go through tonight. I have some experiences, um, or inexperience, I should say, that is basically explained to us as somebody went through as a child. Uh, what else do we have? We have a few different things. I have surviving La Llorona, and I want to see if we got something here with that one. I have a few different things for you guys to check it out. Oh, come on now. You got this, Tom. I think that was funny. That's twice tonight. What did I do now? Raquel. Let me back up and see if I can see it here. Hold on. Erp, erp. I don't think I did. Ooh, I want to scare your butts. Scare your butts. Ooh, I want to scare your butts with La Llorona. See, I'm a songwriter too. I'm gonna send that off to Weird Al and see if he'll like redo that and make that a song now. We could be millionaires in here, folks. I'll share it with you. I promise. I don't. I don't see it, Raquel. Where did it go? Where be it be? Where could it be now? Oh, these guys are killing me. I gotcha. 65%. It says recent study within Hispanic communities across Latin America and the United States shows that 85% of individuals are familiar with the legend of La Llorona, while 65 claim to have had personal encounter of some kind. That's insane. That's a lot. Raquel says my grandma used to scare the crap out of me and my brother with La Llorona. And oh yeah, I've heard that from more than one person. I've actually seen stories about that too, Raquel. It's pretty wild. Doesn't feel like a shock. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Come on now. You know if you hear it okay or if you don't, please. These are some of the stories. And of course, we're in Texas. Okay. Surprise. I'm not. Um, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like all this crazy crap, chupacabra, this stuff happens down in Texas. It's kind of insane to me, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we got here.
I'll never forget the day I saw La Llorona. How could I? It's something that's stuck with me all these years, and I guess there's days where I can go without thinking about it, but I can't help but every single time I try to go to bed, I look over at the door frame, like kind of expecting that she'll be there. I guess I've almost come to terms with the fact that this is just, I'll never be able to completely release it.
Welcome, Cheesy. Good to see ya.
Ay, de mi llorona, llorona, llorona de azul.
We all get along really well, and we're always there for each other. I guess like any family, if we spend enough time together, we can get on each other's nerves, but other than that, everything's really great, and I love them. I'll never forget the day I saw La Llorona. It happened when I was a little girl. I was 10. We would go visit my grandma in Mexico every year, and I always really looked forward to it. It was really nice going to her house. I mean, it was really small, but it was cozy. It was fun. We lived by the lake, and there were all these like different animals around that my grandma would show us. You know, she was really like a animal handler type of person. You know, if she saw a snake, a lizard, a frog, like she would come and show us, and that was really fun for me. Daniel and I loved playing by the lake and running around, skipping rocks. It was a really good time. So the day before we were supposed to leave, Daniel and I decided that we would play around the lake, and so we decided on hide and seek. And even though our parents had told us so many times, don't go past a certain point, I was set on winning. So as soon as he started counting, I took off way further down the lake. I came across this tree that it wasn't like the others. It was dead and it had cobwebs all over it, and I had this feeling that I shouldn't go over there, and at the same time I felt a pull to it. So I went around and I hid, and I remember I felt this chill down my spine, and I ignored it. I just thought, you know, I know I'm not supposed to be here, so I thought that's where it came from. And then all of a sudden, I heard something moving in the water, and I saw bubbles coming out to the surface, like something was under it. I looked around and I didn't see anything. I looked to see if Daniel was coming down, nothing. But then I turned back around to the lake, and I saw her. I saw this figure coming towards me. It was like so rotted, corroded, deformed. It was like she had this dress that you could tell, I mean, it was supposed to be white. It was a wedding dress, you could tell, but it was like very muddy and tattered. I couldn't do anything but watch her. And I wanted to scream, I wanted to run away, but I couldn't do anything. I just closed my eyes. I just let it happen. It's like I just let her reach out to me. But then I noticed I couldn't smell her anymore. I couldn't hear her. There was no crying, no snaps, just footsteps I could hear. I opened my eyes and she was gone. So when I saw she was gone, that's when my fight or flight kicked in. I just ran straight home. I wasn't trying to stick around to see if I would see her again. So I ran straight in, past my parents and my grandma. I didn't say anything to them. I went into the bedroom that Daniel and I were staying in, and he was in there already laying down, and I didn't say anything to him either. I went straight to bed, and I just thought, like, if I could just sleep this off, I'll get over it. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I don't know, I had a sense that something was off. There was something in the air that just it felt really weird. I saw something coming out from behind this old wardrobe in our room. I could make out her dress in the dark. She followed me all the way home. Just kept getting closer and closer. I still wasn't sure if I was dreaming. But then I felt her grab my shoulder and felt her breath on my face. I just thought, I don't know, I thought that was gonna be it. What do you think's gonna happen next, you know? I just did the same thing. I shut my eyes really tight. I started praying so hard. I mean, I said so many Our Fathers, Hail Marys, and then it happened again. I was lucky in that I opened my eyes and she was gone. It's something I haven't been able to shake off. You know, try as I may, I can't help but every time I go to sleep, I think it's gonna happen again. You know, I've started trying to sleep with the door open or the door closed. I can hardly deal with the dark at all. And, you know, night lights don't help either because they create this shadow, and I'm thinking I'm gonna see her then. It's something I've really had to just work at every single day to try to relieve myself from. And it's been really tough, you know, because I never felt like I could talk to anybody about it. What are they gonna say? You know, who's gonna believe that? Everybody's gonna assume that, like, oh, you're just remembering things wrong, or like, oh, you were too little and you made something up. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, I used to tell myself the same thing, that, you know, I made it up, you know, convincing myself, hoping that that was the case. And yet, I can't help but think that at 10 years old, as young as that is, there's no way that I can't tell the difference between imagination and what really happened. So it was just always this limbo.
So one thing we all need to understand, first and foremost, this is a myth first, and it hasn't been proven as of yet, but she only goes looking for children. She's not going to hurt all of you mothers or others. No mothers or others unless you're children. So you're safe, SRB and Alicia and Tomboy and all of you. You're definitely safe, okay? Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that if this thing came at you, they'd probably lose fighting with any of you, because I know you all quite well. So I think you'll be okay. Just saying.
I was living in, of trying to, like, convince myself that I was crazy, and at the same time trying to just ignore it, you know. And well, it doesn't help to ignore it.
Trying, Alicia, trying to help you out, you know.
Well, Daniel randomly texted me.
Well, that's the whole point, is to have a little bit of a scare. It's fun. Enjoy. Thank you. I'm going to go lock myself in my closet now, and I'll see you soon.
Out of nowhere, he's like, hey, I found this casting call, and I was going to ask you if we should submit. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. Do you remember that time when we were young and we both saw La Llorona? And I was so surprised. I mean, we'd never talked about it. We opened up about it, and it seemed like we both experienced a lot of the same stuff. You know, we both stayed up at night thinking about this, he saw her there at the lake. I guess I hadn't seen him.
Hello, my name is Daniel Rodriguez. I'm Luz's older brother, and this is Luz's story from my perspective. Luz and I were always very close. She
think
and I
Daniel may
used to
have
be
planned
so
something different.
competitive when we were younger. Always trying to outdo each other, but we were always very close. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Luz and I were playing hide and seek over by the lake, and I was having so much fun trying to find the perfect hiding spots.
Well, SRB, I was just trying to make you feel not so scared, but I mean, if you want to get technical, I guess you're right. Just saying.
Next thing I knew, it was my turn to count. And I remember counting to maybe about 10 before peeking to
Welcome,
see
Miss
where Luz
Karen.
was going.
Yes, you are.
She didn't look behind her, so I decided to follow after her.
Welcome, King Christopher. Good to see you tonight. Anybody else that may have popped in here, thank you for joining us. I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Slowly. I don't even think she knew that I was after her. I saw her running towards this tree in the forest. You know,
Welcome, Satirius. Great to see you tonight. Thank you for being here. Yes, it's great to have you all here tonight with me. I appreciate this so very much.
He kind of had this competitive nature, so I wanted to catch her and win the game. So I'm approaching, trying to be as quiet as I can so that she doesn't hear me coming. That's when I saw it.
Jacob, what horror story that gave you chills watching or researching? I'll tell you what. Ask me that question once we get through this, Jacob, and I'll give you a good answer on that. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for being here.
Coming up from behind her. I saw Luz hiding behind the tree, but this thing, I wasn't sure what I was looking at, but I could see the wedding dress and noticed that there was something odd about the way that the figure was moving. I realized it was Llorona from the story that my dad had told us before. I was scared. I was terrified. So I decided to run, to get away. And I ran all the way home.
Can you at least
left Luz behind?
What's up, Josie girl? Good to see you.
I still can't believe I did that to this day. was scared, but maybe if I had gotten La Llorona's attention, she would have come after me instead, but I didn't. I was terrified. I didn't know if what I had seen was all in my head or if it had been for real. I was just anxiously looking out the window, waiting for Luz to show up. Our family didn't even know she was gone. It felt like an eternity. And then I saw her running towards the house in the distance, and she looked terrified. I knew what had happened. I knew. I saw her. She ran straight into the bedroom. She looked scared. Maybe even a little upset. She didn't say anything. I couldn't say a word to her. I woke up again around 3 or 4 in the morning because I kept hearing these crying sounds. I didn't know where they were coming from. And when I opened my eyes, I saw her walk into the room. This was the first time that I was seeing her so close. I saw her walk over to Luz's bed. I felt so powerless. I wanted to protect her. I wanted her to come after me instead. So close to Luz's face, it was almost like they were cheek to cheek. Hideous thing I had ever seen in my life. Her eyes were all sunken in, and her face looked like it was rotting. And I was so scared. I had this rosary that I had taken from my grandma's bedroom, and so then I pulled out the rosary and I held it to her face. I didn't know what was going to happen. She turned towards me violently. And let out a shriek. And just like that, she disappeared. I remember looking everywhere for her. Even under the bed, but she was gone. I went to sleep that night feeling like a hero. I felt such a wave of relief, and it was weird. I was happy, but at the same time, I didn't know what to think. Was it all in my head? What was it? I was relieved, but at the same time, something still felt very off. When I saw the casting call, I had to tell her. I had to tell Luz everything. And I told her everything. I told her about seeing her hiding behind the tree, seeing Lallorona, and leaving her behind. We cried. It was very emotional for the both of us.
I was kind of sad thinking about how many years we wasted not, getting over this together, not healing together. And so that part I kind of regret, but we're working through it now. And I'm hoping that sharing this now is gonna help us put it behind us. Part of me is scared that in reliving this, I'm just cementing this further, but I really hope that it'll do the opposite and that I can find some sort of peace in this. And it helps to have Daniel share this with me.
I felt so guilty for so long. I'm just happy that we can talk about it in the open now. I think that this is going to be something that we carry with us forever.
One regret I really had about this situation was I did not want to return ever since that happened. I couldn't bear the thought of seeing her again and wondering what would happen this time. You know, what if she didn't go away this time? So I stopped going to Mexico. So I missed out on seeing my grandma. That was really hard because, you know, I looked forward to summer every year because I loved my grandma and I loved that house, but I couldn't do it. And it just made me feel really guilty because I couldn't open up to anybody about why I didn't want to go. And so I guess I just seemed like, you know, maybe like a bratty teenager or something that just wanted her independence. I don't know. And she actually, she passed away recently. Before we got together for the casting call and the party, and so I guess that's something that this took away from me too, is I missed out on a lot of time with my grandma because of this, and I just I wish that I guess I could have like sucked it up or something now that she's gone. And that's something I'll never be able to take back.
A little bit of everything,
I don't think
Alicia.
that people realize how traumatizing something like this can be, especially for a child. But I'm just happy that it's behind us now.
You know, this is something that I feel like I'm slowly releasing. I hope. But there's a big part of me that knows that this is always gonna haunt me.
All right, guys. Well, there's the first part of the show there. I hope you're okay, SRB. I hope you'll be okay. Just saying. Show. So what do you think, guys? What are you thinking? Show. Let's see here. Show. Okay. Pretty creepy to say the least. I'll say that. But we're not done yet. So just hang loose, everybody. All right, guys, bear with me as I set this up here for you for this next part. All right, guys, it's loading up right now. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Here we go.
More recently, she had been largely a figure of oral storytelling. Because of this, the story of La Llorona can vary widely between families.
I'm trying to figure out where this falls because it sounds...
Can you guys hear this okay? Let me know, please, and thank you. When it was playing, are you guys hearing it okay? I just want to make sure the audio is all right on it and it's loud enough for you. All right. Hey, Holly. Thank you for being here tonight.
part urban legend, part cryptid. Is it somewhere in the
It's a
middle
little
of
bit
this
of
all?
everything, which I think is why it's so universal.
You're welcome,
which is why,
Judy.
like,
And there's
no
more.
Latin country, no matter who you talk to, everybody wants to claim it as their own story. Everyone is like, this is my story, this is us, and it's like, this is kind of universal at this point.
According to one popular legend, La Llorona was abandoned by the man she loved and left to raise their children alone. Overcome with grief over lost love, or perhaps filled with the desire to exact revenge on her betraying lover, she murdered her children and threw their bodies in a river. She died of her despair, and as punishment for her murders, she was condemned to wander the world in search of the bodies of her dead children.
You know, I think that's a fair sentence, to be honest. You murder your children, maybe you have to search for them forever in the afterlife.
Forever,
Yeah, it's just some misplaced anger there. You know, her husband...
You think? You think
For
that's
sure.
misplaced?
Yeah, I think a little
Do you think
bit.
she went too far? Where do you think she went too far?
When she killed her kids.
I'm sorry, I came down on you a little hard.
I know, I was like, poor you.
I'm sorry.
While many La Llorona encounters and stories encourage audiences to fear a spirit actively looking to do harm, other tellings are meant more as a parable, where listeners merely learn from the woes of the weeping woman.
I think it's important to scare children like this.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
I think it's great too. Legit, like before La Llorona, I was a happy little kid. I lived
Jesus
a great life.
Christ.
Do you know what I mean? And then we were like sleeping on like a maca. What are they called? A hammock.
Oh, yeah.
And then a tia came up one day and just changed my life. She was cleaning and she could hear somebody crying outside of the window. And so she looked out and she saw this woman with like all black eyes, like no white in the eyeballs, and super, super like yellow skin and like fur. So it's
Fur?
like a
Okay,
super,
now that's a new one.
yeah, they add a little bit. I think that's where they add a little bit.
I have no knowledge of this whatsoever.
Were there any Polish legends, Shane, that were threatening you with death?
All we had was good old Santa Claus, and the worst you'd get
Santa
was
Claus.
no presents.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, and that was very devastating.
For me, it was a way to make me behave as a child. My mom used it as a disciplinary technique.
That's what they do.
So she told me that pretty much if I didn't make my bed, La Llorona would come
Would get
drown
you.
me in my sleep.
Yeah.
If you wonder why I am the way I am, it's because I've been threatened with death since I was able to comprehend language.
God.
One scholar has related that her family's La Llorona story, which was passed down matrilineally, was a tale of a woman who was jealous her husband showed more love for their children than her. She told him her concerns, and when he didn't change, she drowned their children in the river. Her husband left her, and she died of loneliness. When she got to heaven, God told her she could not get in until she found the souls of the children, and she now wanders the earth in search of them. In this version, La Llorona's not necessarily a threat to anyone outside her own family. She would reportedly find her way onto the scholar's family farm and cry in the fields, creating a moaning noise on windy nights.
You got to know that if we do hear a woman who is sobbing, moaning, a ghastly shriek, I am going to bolt in the direction of
I will
that
too. I will
Same.
too.
with a camera.
Same.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for this very real woman, I'm going to be like, I see that you're crying. Can you let me pinch you to prove that my hand does not go through your body?
Just imagine the plight of this woman too. She's having a very emotional,
Probably the
public
worst day of her life.
Emotional public moment, and now 3 grown men are charging at her full force with cameras.
Ma'am!
Going, we got you.
Get the net!
You're fine, Tita. You're fine.
In other tellings,
do,
La
dear.
Llorona's lover was a man from a higher class who betrayed her to pursue a woman more befitting his social standing. While La Llorona's myth predates her, this version parallels to the story of La Malinche, also known as Doña Marina. Doña Marina was a slave offered to the Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortés by a Mayan lord. She served as his translator, cultural mediator, as well as concubine. Cortés had a child with Doña Marina, then abandoned her when his upper-class Spanish wife arrived. Figuratively, her murdered children could be seen as the millions of natives who fell under Spanish rule.
Yeah, I mean, well, La Malinche is kind of like an iconic figure as well. I've never heard La Malinche been put in with La Llorona, like ever.
This is sort of a cinematic universe
Yeah.
where people
Yeah.
are starting to do crossovers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's also like it's trying to assign historical value to a tall tale.
This feels like fan fiction.
But this feels like a shoehorn, to be quite honest. I think the story still holds value as a legend passed down from generations.
But I think that could be said for like a lot of spirits, that they're kind of just like legends that people pass on, and I feel like they do sometimes gain power because so many humans are giving it energy. She gets around.
Well, now that we've learned the history, or I guess the lore, why don't we go try and find this woman? And maybe she could tell us for herself what's the actual tale.
Let's do it.
Wouldn't that be something?
While there have been unnerving sightings of La Llorona all across North America, from Mexico City to Chicago to Texas, we're going to be looking for her in 2 of the most active areas of reported sightings, Southern California and New Mexico. Our first stop in our search for La Llorona is the Agua Mansa Pioneer Cemetery in Colton, California. Agua Mansa served as the cemetery for the first non-native settlement in the San Bernardino Valley. The settlers first arrived in the area in the 1830s, and the cemetery is the last remaining piece of the original settlements.
All right, so here we are at Agua Mansa Memorial or
Yes.
Cemetery.
Yes!
Okay.
Wow.
Very
Exciting.
serene and creepy,
It's nice to have some enthusiasm here.
I'm excited,
I
yo.
suppose. Curly, would you like to maybe call out to her?
Yes. Señora Llorona, deja de ser chillona. Gracias por tenernos aquí en tu casa. Si tú quieres llevarte a alguien, llévase a Shane.
Oh,
Gracias.
he said my name for sure.
Crucial to our search, Agua Mansa is also located next to a canal and close to the Santa Ana River. La Llorona is said to haunt riverbanks and lake shores. Reports on her powers vary, but some include the ability to hover above water or even transform into a flock of birds.
That's good. That's a superpower. She's like an animorph.
That would be horrifying if we're like, we got you cornered, then.
Just doves.
flies
Says
off.
crow-
Oh,
I mean,
you're thinking doves?
I was thinking doves,
Well, I was
but I
thinking
meant
crows.
crows.
Crows is scary.
love a crow.
That's pretty vague. Like, what if it's like pelicans? Like huge. Like a flock of pelicans.
Or little golden finches. Or hummingbirds.
La Llorona is known to wear white and rumored to seduce men who hear her crying and then kill them. Said to reveal cultural anxieties surrounding sex, La Llorona is often posed as a femme fatale or sexual predator. In Rodolfo Anaya's 1972 novel, Bless Me Ultima, La Llorona is described as a demon that wanders riverbanks and, quote, seeks the blood of boys and men to drink, end quote.
La Llorona also has a bit of a femme fatale side of her where she does go after men.
Bad boys.
And what do you know? 3 ripe young men.
Show her your biceps, Ryan.
I'm not gonna show her my
Come on, show her your biceps.
Hey, why don't you show her your legs?
Oh, I'll show her my legs.
Yeah, give her some leg.
Calves. I got good calves.
You hear that, La Llorona? I'm giving you 2 free tickets to the Shame Madej
Look at these.
leg
I
show.
got some spicy calves coming your
Look
way,
at these
lady.
calves.
Hope you got a glass of water, because here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
No, it's too sexy, senor. No.
This is for you.
Look at that calf action.
Why don't you guys keep exploring? I'll stand here in the dark for 30 minutes and see if anything happens to me.
Here we are, guys. Here we are.
Here we are.
Well, this is the chapel on site in the cemetery, and that's pretty spooky. I will say, some people think she's a demon, which obviously you know my track record with demons, not my favorite. So they actually have a little La Llorona shrine right here. Creepy.
Also, my girl Guadalupe is here. That's my girl. I'm happy she's here. If she's here, no one can mess with us.
We're reaching out to whoever lives inside this chapel. Hopefully that is La Llorona. Now, La Llorona, we came here all the way from Los Angeles. We came here to find out why you drowned your children. Look, I'm not here to judge you. I just want to know why. Maybe he's here to judge you.
Of course I'm here to judge you. She drowned her children. I don't think it's cool that you drowned your kids, lady.
We're going to turn on a device here that may help you speak to us, spirits of this chapel. You know that new sound you were looking for? Listen to this. You like that?
I love it.
That's good, right?
Ooh, Chatterbox is here tonight.
Ask who's inside here.
¿Hay alguna persona aquí adentro? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Nos puede decir su
What was
nombre?
that? I couldn't even understand that. That was so fast. But it sounded like Spanish.
That sounded like hello.
Yeah, we're gonna need to hear more than 1 or 2 words in a row.
Do you hear that?
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Yo, that was fucking crazy. Who was that?
Thank you
They're
so
mocking you.
much.
Who was that? That was pretty crazy.
That was
Wow.
a direct response to the thing you said.
Yeah, you sound surprised.
I mean, I loved it.
What do you know about La Llorona?
Twist your arm in a box.
Said twist your arm.
In a box?
Sort of
Twist your arm in a box?
Sort of makes the other one a little less special.
Next in our search, we will travel to La Llorona Park in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where many locals claim to have seen her along the banks of the Rio Grande. We're lucky enough to be joined by one of these locals, willing to share her story.
Okay, so here we are in Las Cruces, New Mexico, with Araceli to tell us about her experience with La Llorona.
So I was about 12 years old, and I see like this silhouette. It's like a figure, and I can't see a face. I can't see no like features. So I'm making this figure out, and I notice that I can't see their feet. Like their feet aren't touching the ground. And right then I start getting like, okay, what the heck? And then like right then I hear La Wails of the Llorona, and I book it. And I'm like knocking on the door. And by the time like I figured out what I was looking at, my cousin was already gone. So I think she had seen her before I did. So I'm pounding on the front door, like, please somebody let me in. And I was crying, but I didn't want to like make any noise because the Llorona was right there. I didn't want her to get me. And finally somebody opens the door, and I just like run in, and I like jump under the covers, and I'm just like crying.
Had you known what she was when you saw her?
Oh,
or were
yes.
you like, that is La Llorona?
Yeah.
Well, like I was like, what is that? But then as soon as I heard like the wails,
What
I
did
was
they
like,
sound like?
oh God, like give me the creeps because we're here. They were just like crying, like so, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like despair, like she, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
see,
I'm
this is
not-
what I mean. I was
yeah.
telling them earlier, I'm like, people see her and they're like, we know.
Yeah, like you just know.
Well, fellas, we've arrived.
Yes.
La Llorona Park.
We made it, we're here.
The Crying Woman.
A popular Spanish tale about a woman who cries for her lost children along the river. A little bit of revisionist history there.
Sounds quite sweet when you put it that way.
It does.
We should probably go look over there by the swing set, right?
Oh yeah. That'll be
Let's
fun.
do it, let's go. Where is it? Down
It's,
the-
it's right under that horrifying bridge. What's also funny when
Oh, yeah, it's too dark for it. I realize that. Sorry. Thank you, Lisa.
You kind of see these places and you know, oh, this is where I'm going to lose it later.
Your virginity?
Yeah, my virginity. Which reminds me, I have something to tell you guys. I was hoping I had some very special plans for you this evening.
La Llorona's myth has largely been seen as a moralistic and cautionary tale that is meant to keep men, women, and children all on their best behavior. For example, children are cautioned not to play too close to waterways and to get back home before dark for fear that La Llorona.
That's what I was trying to show you, but it was a little
Okay,
dark.
so here's the playground. This is where she would prey on children.
More like a playground.
Who would think that this is a good idea, though?
Are you saying, Curly, that you think it's a bad idea to build
That's my
a
obsidian
playground?
skull.
I mean, if you know the story, why would you be like, you know, it'd be great, actually. This is like the park that you bring your kid when you hate them. Like, hopefully she'll get them.
I'm scanning the park right now for heat signatures. I'm not sure if La Llorona would show up. Is she a spirit?
She
Is she a
does,
demon? I'm not really
Alicia.
sure.
What's that noise?
Yeah, do you hear that?
It said that children should be very cautious when they're in this park. Obviously, we're all grown men, so maybe we could act like children, or we have brought some things that may bring out the inner child in us. Here you go, Shane. I have here a photo of you as a child,
That's me.
and there I am.
Look,
We kind of look similar.
best
you guys
buds.
do.
Best buds.
Jeez.
Right now, we're calling out to the entity that calls itself La Llorona.
La Llorona.
The wailing woman. Look at this boy with these pinchable cheeks. It's me now. I'm him.
Look at that.
Oh my
That's when his
God.
head was the size of a melon and not the size of an exercise ball.
All right.
Shane, what if we pretended we were children?
Okay.
This
Do
is
it.
actually, I'm not trying to make a mockery of this. I think if maybe well, I
How
was
are we
thinking
gonna-
I could maybe push you in the swing. Wow, I can't believe we're at the park here. Look at this big, tall friend of mine. Yeah.
It's my favorite place to be.
I'm going to push you on the swing now. It would be really bad if something came out and did something to me, like dragged me into the water until I couldn't breathe anymore and ceased to exist.
Push your friend Curly too.
Oh, I could push Curly too, yeah.
Wait, why is Curly a 40-year-old man?
Well, we're going to look in other parts of this park. Maybe you'll find us there. Maybe you won't.
But remember, we used to be these boys, and we're still tasty.
At least one source says the legend of the Weeping Woman is very strong in Las Cruces, where locals are reportedly very superstitious and claim to spot La Llorona crying and walking along the river. With that being said, we'll end our investigation in the same fashion that many locals have encountered her, by each of us walking alone along the riverbank, hoping for a face-to-face encounter with the famous and deadly La Llorona.
So Curly's out there doing his solo walkthrough.
He is doing his first solo walkthrough. He seems pretty excited.
Yeah, maybe because he's never done one before.
Alrighty, y'all. So I am walking now by myself within my lonesomeness. So I am not really scared. I'm kind of just like, come on, like, let's see what you got, girl. Where you at? And I'm not trying to provoke nobody. I'm not trying to make you angry or nothing. I mean, look, Llorona, how dope would it be if we showed the world that you were here? You know what I'm saying? We should call you my little Llorona Chiona. If what you did is true, it's pretty fucked up.
Are you genuinely concerned about this walkthrough? This investigation?
I don't know. I haven't seen any signs yet, but you know, you never know.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell.
Welcome, Donna.
Like, thinking that I see something, but like, I think they end up being like trash bins.
I think Curly's on his way back here. How do you think he fared?
Probably fine. I can see maybe the silence getting to him. You know, he is very perceptive when it comes to energies and stuff, so
That is true.
he may have felt something out there.
I feel like we haven't heard him though.
Are you here? Hello? I feel like now's a good moment to spook me. I kind of have gotten a little gassy walking up and down this river.
Oh, here he is.
It's cold out there, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
It's super cold.
You seem awfully chipper.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lovely walk.
Seeing as how that's the first thing you said, you mentioned the cold. I can't imagine that actually anything happened, right?
I kept thinking that I would see things and be like, and then I would look and be like, oh, it's a trash can.
The shadow is playing tricks in your mind,
Yes,
kind of
or
thing.
I'm like, I see walking, and then I'm like, oh, that's my shadow. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go jump out there and do my
Yes.
own thing now. Oops, I'm setting an alarm on. All right, I'm walking to find my old pal, the Wailing Woman, La Llorona. Hope she's out here. I'm approaching the spooky bridge that we walked under earlier. God, I'd love it if this lady showed up and just drowned my ass. Can you imagine? I'm gonna walk out to the river here. This is where the lady is said to be.
Do you think Shane is out there screaming right now?
He's probably doing some stupid bit where he's pretending he's a kid.
Oh, hey there, miss. It's just me, a little boy. I'm out here all alone at night. Oh, I sure hope some lady doesn't show up and kill me. Check this out. Oh, sure would love a little lemon soda. Maybe some peppermint sticks. Oh, one thing I don't want is to be murdered tonight.
And then he'll move on from that. He'll start wailing. And then when that eventually fails, he's going to move to his old standby of asking La Llorona to murder him in various ways.
Oh, I sure would be bummed if a lady showed up and drowned my ass right now. Fill my lungs up with water, why not? I'm sure you'd like to shut me up. Sure you've heard plenty from me tonight. I know you had Sweet Curly out here before me, and you're going to have the timid man come out here after me. But I'm really probably the biggest get out of the bunch.
Hey!
I'm back.
Yes!
Let me guess, I'm not going to like it out there?
I really liked it.
Yeah, it was a good walk.
It's a good walk.
What'd you do?
I tried to appeal to that lady's interests.
Yeah.
She wasn't having it. Well, Ryan, I think you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I think so too.
That'll be fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap into my childhood self. Oh my. Okay, I'm pretty far out now. Mommy! Somebody help me find my mom? Mom? Mama! Oh God, it is pitch black out here. There is nothing but me.
What do you think he's doing?
Being nervous and talking to the air. And
He's probably super scared, huh?
yeah, oh, yeah.
Doing that kid bit, pretending I was a kid again, actually made me even more scared. It reminded me of how I used to feel when my mom would tell me about you. I think I'm gonna break out the spirit box singing that now I'm in the middle of nowhere. Hello. My name is Ryan. Who's out here with me? I'm reaching out to the spirit of La Llorona. What? What was that? What? Who's out here with me? It's all me, just me by myself. Now's your chance. I'm talking to you, La Llorona. If you're real, tell me why you did it. Why did you do that to your children? To your niños? I just want to know. Maybe I could help you.
Lots of twists.
Lots of twists. I'm turning it off. You know, this was kind of liberating. I feel like I just stood up to a childhood bully. All right, let's get back into the warmth. I actually forgot I was cold.
Hey! What up? How'd it go?
It went good. It went good.
Did you see anything?
I got a female voice that said it was a twist. All I know is that my mom saw her. I gave her the perfect opportunity to get a 2-for-1 Bergara special.
That's true.
And she blew it. I guess the ghoul boys prevail again.
This time.
Oh,
This time.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
scary.
The legend of La Llorona has loomed large in Latinx cultures for lifetimes. To this day, she remains a huge part of the culture. Her story will continue to haunt children and adults alike, but with so many different interpretations and legends surrounding the Weeping Woman, whether she still wanders the world in search of her lost children remains unsolved.
All right, guys. There it is. There it is. By the way, good to see you, Satirius. All right, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. So that's going to cover it for Lallorona tonight, but I have other stuff that we're going to check out here for a little bit longer. They are fun. Oh yeah, they are. They're. I like those guys. I like the newer show better, but either way, that's a lot of fun. I just threw that in the end there because I figured somebody that may have been a little nervous or scared, possibly it'll lighten it up for you. All right, let me see here. Let's see what else I got for you guys tonight. All right. Yeah, The Watcher is a way better show in my opinion. I just don't get me wrong with the BuzzFeed thing, but still very good. All right, hold on a minute. Agreed, Alicia. Agreed. All right, guys. So I figured we could close the night out, just enjoying ourselves a little bit and going through some. It's not pertaining to Lallorona, but it's definitely some creepy stuff. So let's check out some of these creepy videos, y'all. I love watching these with you guys. We did some of these the other night. Some of them are really, well, it was a while back, but still. Let's see what we got here. Let me move this chat out of your way. Enjoy. Enjoy.
My name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Oh, well, have a great night, Isabel. It's great to have you here tonight. We're not done yet, but you're welcome to get out if you need to. Awesome. Is this on Netflix? No, it was not on Netflix. I'm sorry about that. The Watcher's channel is on YouTube, by the way, if that's what you're asking about. Yes. All right, here we go.
Starting off today's video, we'll be taking a look at two videos that were posted on TikTok in March of 2025 by a woman named Emily Dell. In the video, Emily explains that she was hearing weird noises at her door and she wanted to see if she could capture them on camera. And sure enough, she did capture something very strange. At first, it's hard to make out what's happening beyond the door, but as Emily moves closer, the sounds become a lot clearer.
Just so you guys know, when we do these in the end of our shows, what I try to do with these with you guys, I probably should tell you, is when we watch them, I like to try to figure out if it's real, hoax, or unsure. So that's why we do these. And that's why I like to run these at the end of some of our shows. That we together we can try to say, hey, is that real? Is that a hoax? I'm just not sure. So that's what these are all about, guys. Thank you, Elise. Hell no.
It almost sounds like some sort of strange static or crackling noise is coming from behind the door, as well as someone's voice. Emily says that she initially thought that it was an animal, but she eventually realized that that was not the case. In a second video that Emily uploaded later on, she takes us through a house and shows us that you can't see anyone outside the door, adding even more creepy fuel to the fire.
And this is why I can't call the cops, because when I go to look,
Sounds good, Tita.
I know it's hard to see, but I'm not opening the door. There's like no one out there. I'm like, this is a window. There's no people, but this is a window. And you can really see out there. It's hard to see. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
So what do you think is going on here? Some people think it could be the work of a mimic, a type of paranormal entity said to copy human voices in order to lure people out. Others have suggested a skinwalker, a creature from Navajo folklore, known for shapeshifting and imitating voices to deceive or frighten. Now, how plausible are those theories? Well, it really depends on what you believe. Mimics are more of a modern internet urban legend with little historical background, but they've become popular in creepy story circles because of how eerily real they feel. Skinwalkers, on the other hand, come from actual Native American folklore, but their stories are deeply tied to specific cultural and spiritual beliefs. So while it's unlikely that what Emily caught on camera is literally a skinwalker, the behavior, strange noises, imitation of voices, something unseen outside, definitely lines up with how these entities are described. Whatever the case, it's creepy, and Emily clearly experienced something that left her unsettled. Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear your take.
So that one, I don't trust it. Some of these I can tell, you can tell could have been done by the person that's putting it out there. Some of the ones that are just, you can tell are on certain types of cameras are easier to see. But that one I kind of feel like could have been done by that person. Just don't know.
Over on TikTok, a woman named Destiny Sanchez shared that her boyfriend was working on installing Wi-Fi at someone's home for his job when he encountered something absolutely terrifying. The video shows Destiny's boyfriend quietly filming and whispering to the camera, saying that he's been hearing strange noises, even though he's completely alone in the house. Throughout the video, you can hear occasional breathing and faint whispers that definitely seem to be coming from an unseen presence, or perhaps something from beyond. Destiny also notes that the house her boyfriend was in was built back in 1954, so it's definitely got some age to it. Could it be that he was paid a visit by a past resident, or do you think this is something else entirely? One of the creepiest moments comes when a ghostly voice clearly whispers the word help. What kind of danger is this spirit in? And is it even trying to communicate with him directly? It's hard to say. The whisper is subtle but distinct, and it doesn't sound like any kind of obvious audio glitch or interference. Of course, there's also the possibility of audio pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where our brains interpret random sounds as something familiar, like voices or words. That could explain why we think we hear help. Still, given the eerie timing and other strange sounds in the clip, it's understandable why so many people believe something more is going on here. And if it was a spirit reaching out, what exactly was it trying to say? Sadly, we may never know the answer.
I didn't really hear much in that one, so I can't give you an answer on that.
Over on the paranormal video subreddit, a user known as Heron shared a chilling video captured on security camera. He explains that his father used to work the night shift as a security guard in a building and would occasionally send him odd videos from the job. The uploader says he's never been quite sure what to make of this particular clip, but admits it's always creeped him out, and he's curious to hear other people's thoughts. So without further ado, let's take a look. Did you catch it? If you look closely at the corner of the screen, you'll notice what appears to be a ghostly figure just standing still, barely moving. It doesn't walk, it doesn't vanish, it just lurks. The uploader mentions that he's always thought it looked like a woman, though we can't say for sure. Woman or not, there's clearly something there, and it's unsettling how still and human-shaped it is. At one point it even looks like the figure sways slightly, as if shifting its weight or breathing. That small movement is what makes it feel a little too real to be a trick of the light. Of course, some viewers have suggested that it could be a bug on the camera lens, and while that's always a possibility with older security footage, the swaying movement makes that explanation feel a little less convincing, especially since the rest of the shot remains stable. Is it a trick of the light, a lens anomaly, or did this camera genuinely catch something unexplainable lurking in the corner of that building? Unfortunately, we don't even know where this was filmed, though the space looks like an office or maybe even a hotel, so who knows? Maybe one of us will unknowingly end up there one day, only to get a closer look at whatever this thing was.
Nope. No idea.
Over on TikTok, a user going by Adventures with D-Baby posted a series of videos that start off as ordinary, but take a seriously eerie turn. In the first clip, she is seen unlocking a door in her home when behind her, the attic entrance suddenly swings open on its own.
Not no, but hell no. Just gotta say, no. Nope, time to leave. Time to go. Have a good day. Burn the house down, whatever you gotta do, but bye.
She hears it creak and turns around quickly, but surprisingly, she doesn't seem too alarmed. In fact, she barely reacts, simply moving on to enter the room like nothing happened. That calm reaction actually makes the situation feel even weirder somehow. In the second and third videos, her landlord comes by to help investigate. Together, they open the attic and take a look inside. They don't find anyone up there at the time, but something about the scene feels off. For one, there are several small holes in the attic boards, holes that the woman claims definitely weren't there before. But more disturbingly, in the final moments of the last video, you can clearly see a blanket and a pillow tucked away in the attic space, as if someone had been sleeping up there. That changes the tone of everything. While paranormal activity is one theory, this might point to something.
Okay. Hell no. Nope. Sorry.
Something even scarier. The possibility that someone was secretly living in the attic. Naturally, there are mundane explanations for things like attic doors opening, drafts, weak hinges, shifting temperatures, but when you pair that with
See, now here's how this is going to have to go at this point. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go buy a set of those bars that you put over your windows, and I'm going to mount that on top of that with the hinge on it and a padlock. That way you could still get in there, but you ain't coming down from the upstairs through them bars. That's all I'm telling you. That's what's going to happen here at this point for me. So just telling.
bedding in the attic and unexplained damage, the situation becomes a lot harder to brush off. This video is only a few months old, so hopefully we'll get an update soon. In the meantime, maybe give your attic a second look, because you never really know who or what might be up there. Imagine you're driving down a road late at night. You're probably exhausted and counting down the minutes until you can get to your destination, whether it's home or somewhere else. However, what would happen if you encountered something absolutely terrifying while driving? That's what happened in this next video.
The hell, Candy? What? No. Nope. that would have been me and my buddy Smith and Wesson would have been visiting that guy. Sorry. Nope. Yeah, I remember that movie. That's a good movie, actually, King. That's crazy shit, Tandy. No way.
Video we're going to take a look at. A man named Jace was driving down a road late at night in South Australia when out of nowhere this happened. Over on the side of the road, a vehicle can be seen parked with the driver's side door open, while 3 individuals appear to be rummaging through the trunk, seemingly searching for something. While this
See, here's another situation that I probably would have ended up being a bad guy with, because I would have just people get hijacked this way. I have to say that I would have had to have run this person over if they kept doing that. If they couldn't get around them, that's just what's going to happen. You're not going to stop me and yank me out of my vehicle and do some, nope, keep on going. Sorry. No, I don't play that shit. Sorry.
is going on, another individual walks into the road toward Jace, arms outstretched, seemingly trying to get him to stop. He's holding a beer bottle and what looks like a frying pan or something similar. Thankfully, it seems Jace was able to get past these people without any harm coming his way, but it was definitely a terrifying encounter. Several people in the comments shared stories of similar things happening to them, especially on rural or isolated roads. Others pointed out that in situations like these, even if it seems like someone needs help, it's sometimes best to keep driving, just in case it's a setup for something more dangerous.
Exactly.
And honestly, I'd have to agree. The Australian outback is vast and mostly empty, and while it's beautiful, it can also be incredibly dangerous. There have been real cases of people being lured into traps on remote roads, most famously the Peter Falconio case, where a British backpacker was murdered in the outback after he and his girlfriend were flagged down by a man pretending to need help. So while this encounter might have just been a group of drunk people messing around, it's hard not to feel uneasy, especially with the man walking toward the car holding who knows what. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled next time you're driving late at night. You never know who or what.
I looked like a damn frying pan. What was he gonna do? Fry some eggs for you or what? That's some weird shit. Just saying.
What might be waiting in the dark. A man named Chase Beckstead posted a video to his TikTok account in March of 2025, saying that he and his wife were staying at her grandfather's house, a home where he had recently passed away. While they were trying to settle in for the night, they kept hearing the bedroom door trying to open, which understandably freaked them out. So they pulled out their phone and started recording the incident for us to see.
We were just going to bed and we're not.
Okay, so here's your first mistake with this one, y'all. The grandfather just passed away in the house. Obviously, there's very, very huge possibilities that something different could happen. So I don't know why this would even be a big thing, but oh yeah. Nope. You're right, Alicia. Same here. Cannibals. I've seen that before, King. In other countries, yes. So yeah, here's the first mistake.
Let me just show you. Like, we literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure.
Chase says that he packed up their things and took his wife out to the car, then came back inside alone to grab the rest of their belongings, leaving the bedroom door open behind him. In the second part of the video, we watch as they attempt to leave, but the door begins to rattle again. This time, it's even more intense, almost like something unseen is desperately trying to get them to stay.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're out of here.
Is it possible that this is the spirit of Chase's wife's grandfather? Maybe he wasn't ready to let go yet, or perhaps he simply wanted their company in the home he once lived in. It's also worth noting that while doors can move due to drafts or old hinges, the timing and persistence in this clip feels a little too deliberate to write off entirely, especially considering that they were already on edge and the door had been left open beforehand. Sadly, we'll never know the definite answer, but honestly it's probably for the best that they decided to leave, just in case something truly unwanted was waiting on the other side that door. TikTok user Chero posted the following video while filming inside a house to show her husband, who she says absolutely hates house hunting. At the time of the recording, Chero says she was alone in the house with her estate agent. Take a look at this moment right here and see if you catch anything strange.
To that bathroom. And that goes.
Oh, hell no.
If you look closely, you can make out what seems to be a ghostly head briefly peeking into the room before vanishing without a trace. According to Chero, she didn't even notice anything odd until she rewatched the footage later that day. And here's where things get even weirder. It wasn't her estate agent. You can actually hear the agent's voice coming from another part of the house at the exact time this figure appears.
And that goes.
So naturally the big question is, who or what was it? Now, skeptics might point out that the figure does clearly resemble a woman, which could suggest a third person was somehow present. But according to Chero, the only people...
If that's the case, where did she go? When the girl walked around the corner, where'd she go? No.
The house were herself and the estate agent, and we can hear the agent speaking from another room at the exact moment this figure appears. Could it have been someone else who quickly stepped into view and left through the door with incredibly precise timing? It's technically possible, but highly unlikely, given how calm and empty the house appears otherwise. When you consider all of that, it really makes you wonder what was actually caught on camera.
Nope. Sorry. Nope.
She had a fascinating clip on the high strangeness subject, a video that's been sparking a ton of debate across the community.
Nope.
According to the post, the footage was discovered online and reposted for discussion. It was filmed at an undisclosed location, either in the middle of the day or at night. The lighting makes it difficult to say for sure, and it captures something that will definitely make you raise an eyebrow. Take a look for yourself.
Oh, I know it. That's no big deal, guys. That's the infamous flying slice of pizza. That's what that is. Yeah, that's no big deal. Don't worry. No worries. Yeah, the flying pizza slices, that's, there's no big thing. Or the flying pie. slice. That's another one. Would I've allowed you. No respect. No. No. Then it won't get you. No, it won't get me. You are absolutely right, Peter. No, and it won't get me. Sorry. A weather balloon? I've never seen a flat balloon. Sorry, I'm just saying, Alicia. Just saying. Nope, it's the flying pizza slice. That's all it is. No biggie.
In the video, a UFO-like object can be seen floating in the air. What's particularly strange is that it appears to be spinning around its own axis in a very smooth, deliberate motion. The uploader says he personally believes the video is authentic, but admits he's unsure of what exactly he's looking at. He also notes that it doesn't appear to be CGI. That said, many commenters have suggested that it could be CGI, pointing out how fluid and surreal the object's motion appears. But here's the thing, even if it is CGI, it would have to be very high quality and convincingly rendered, especially given the lighting, shadows, and subtle camera movement.
Honestly, I don't think that's CGI. It blends into the sky too perfectly and the environment. I don't think that that's CGI, folks. I just don't.
That seem to interact naturally with the object. It's not your typical cheap overlay or obvious digital fake. Others in the comments are hoping for more details, like the location and time of day, to help further analyze the footage, but so far, that information hasn't been made available. Still, whether real or fabricated, this is easily one of the most intriguing UFO clips to surface in a while. It's the kind of video that sticks in your mind and makes you wonder, what exactly did we just watch? Do you think this is the real deal or just a very well executed fake? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you think.
Alright. Yeah, that looks like the real deal. Something. It's legit for sure. It don't look fake. It don't look hoaxed. It doesn't look like CGI or AI or any of that shit. It looks real to me because of the way everything's blending. So that's just my opinion. You were watching the cloud with eyes. Yes, of course, Miss Bonnie. Of course. Well, be careful there, Miss Tandy. You don't need to be breaking your little pinky toe. Yes, don't be doing that.
A YouTube channel known as ScreamFreak79 posted a video on February 4th, 2011 that shows a couple of guys standing outside in the middle of the night in a creepy forest. They're trying to make contact with a spirit they believe might be lurking in the area. At first, it seems like nothing is happening, like their attempts at communication aren't working. But that all changes in a matter of seconds when something truly unexpected happens.
Whoa.
I know y'all seen that. Wait a minute now.
They're trying to make contact with the spirit they believe might be lurking in the area. At first, it seems like nothing is happening, like their attempts at communication aren't working. But that all changes in a matter of seconds when something truly unexpected happens.
Whoa.
Out of nowhere, the two men are startled after noticing something in the distance. Just moments later, we can see what appears to be a ghostly apparition quickly moving through the trees before it vanishes into thin air, never to be seen or heard from again. The figure's movement is fast and eerily smooth, and it definitely stands out against the surrounding darkness. It's not easy to tell what it is, but it doesn't look like a person casually walking through the woods, more like something gliding. Now, this video dates back to 2011, and unfortunately, there haven't been any follow-up posts or updates from the channel. That means this clip remains shrouded in mystery to this day. Some viewers believe this was a legitimate paranormal encounter. Others have suggested it could have been a prank, a person dressed in white moving quickly through the trees, or even a camera artifact or low-resolution trick of the light. But if it was faked, it's worth noting how convincingly eerie it still looks over a decade later, especially with the timing of the reaction.
I'll say this, guys. It looks like it's definitely a full body apparition. And it looks, my only issue is how fast it goes by. Okay. It almost looks like a projection of possibly of that's just moving really quick. Okay. That's the only thing about it that bothers me. But it is, whoever did a really good job with it. So just saying. If that's what it is. Yes, it does look like it's time to leave. I agree with you, team.
And the setting. It feels authentic, whether or not it is. So what do you think? Did these two amateur ghost hunters actually manage to film a spirit in the woods that night, or was it something else entirely? Let me know your theories in the comments. A Reddit user known as Hard Lethal posted a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit a couple of weeks ago, and it's been getting a lot of attention ever since. According to the post, the uploader originally thought this video had been lost, but ended up finding it buried in a message thread with his boss, who was actually the one who filmed it. The footage was taken in an old warehouse, which the uploader says dates back to the 1960s. He adds that while they ran a business out of that location for a while, they constantly experienced strange, unexplained events, this being one of the most chilling. Let's take a look at what he's talking about. If you focus on the video around the 22-second mark, you'll notice something subtle but unsettling. A shadow-like figure moves to the right, then seems to turn back and close the door. It's not the easiest thing to catch on the first viewing, but if you rewind and time it right, you'll definitely see the movement. It's there, and it doesn't look like it's being cast by anything visible in the scene. In the comments, the uploader explains, quote, "A shadow should not even be able to appear in that corner of the room. There was nothing to cast it. We even let the front door open to..."
Welcome, Jen. Great to see you, and thank you for remembering to do that, Jen. God bless. That's so awesome of you. Yeah, this is pretty wicked, guys. Wonderful to have you here, Jen. Hope you enjoy yourself in here tonight.
To let the wind blow and see if we could recreate the video, but nothing could explain it, end quote. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a trick of light or even an insect on the camera lens. But if you watch closely, the way the shadow moves and the fact that it seemingly interacts with the door makes those explanations feel less likely. If it was faked, it was done very subtly and convincingly. It's the kind of video that doesn't hit you right away, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that might be the creepiest part. So if you're watching this before bed, well, sweet dreams. This piece of home security camera footage was filmed on March 7th, 2025, and was posted to the TikTok account of a woman named Brandy Warren. At first glance, everything in the video looks calm, just a regular quiet night in the house. Brandy is likely asleep, given how late it is, and nothing seems out of place. But in just a matter of seconds, this ordinary footage takes a serious turn into nightmare territory.
Well, first off, my first question is, why are you filming this? Unless you already had a previous experience and you're trying to catch it. That makes sense. If not, then why are you filming this? I'll just say that.
first,
what the actual hell? What was that? Whoa.
you can see a light suddenly turn on in another room, which quickly gets the attention of the family dog. That alone is unsettling, but then things get even stranger. A pale face appears briefly in the doorway, peeking out from behind the edge. Moments later, a small shadowy figure, a shadow person, can be seen standing in the doorway before vanishing completely. Brandy says her husband initially thought their daughter had gotten up and was playing with the lights or wandering around, but she swore that she hadn't moved from bed. When they watched the video back, both were completely terrified, and understandably so. Now, some commenters have suggested this could be a trick of lighting or perhaps even a glitch in the camera, but if it is, it's an especially well-timed one. The synchronized movement of the light, the face, the dog reacting, and the shadow figure's brief appearance all seem too perfectly aligned to dismiss.
Thank you, SRB. Very sweet. And thank you to anybody that chooses to support me and or the channel via the Amazon wish list there. You guys are amazing, should you choose to. Never expected, but always appreciated, guys. Thank you. This one is weirding me out a little bit. I'll just be truly honest with you.
Outright. So what exactly was going on here? Who or what was that shadow figure? Was it trying to frighten the family, or was it simply passing through, leaving behind only questions? We'll probably never know the full truth, but whatever it was, it clearly left a lasting impression on the people who experienced it. And now on us too.
That's what I was thinking, like.
Reddit user Uppers Downers posted a video to the Paranormal Video subreddit about 3 years ago, showcasing footage captured by a home security camera positioned near their front driveway in the middle of the night. At first, the footage shows nothing unusual, just a quiet, uneventful night on the uploader street. But things quickly take a turn for the weird.
What the hell was that?
We see the uploader's cat, Gus, walk into frame, and it's here where things get really bizarre. Out of nowhere, Gus can be seen scaling the side of a nearby house in a matter of seconds, and the way he does it doesn't quite look natural. It's not just fast, it's unnervingly fast, almost as if the footage is glitched or manipulated. And if you take a closer look at the trees just off to the side, you might notice something even stranger. There appears to be something up there, possibly a figure or shape, that briefly flickers and disappears from view. The uploader admits that after seeing the footage, they were left feeling creeped out by their own cat, and were hoping someone could offer a logical explanation. But as far as the thread goes, no clear answer was ever found. Some people in the comments joked about Gus being possessed or a shapeshifter. Others suggested it might be a glitch in the camera's motion or exposure settings. But even if that's the case, the video still has a surreal, unsettling vibe to it that's hard to shake.
Yeah, if you watch when this happens, Gus expands. He don't look like a cat by the time he gets to the roof.
So was this just a cat doing cat things in a weirdly timed sequence, or did something else mess with the footage, or with Gus himself? We may never know, but here's hoping the uploader and Gus made peace, and that the little guy is just a bit odd, not otherworldly. A woman named Jenna Snow posted a series of videos to her TikTok account last year, documenting some seriously creepy things happening at the hotel where she works. In the clips, we watch as Jenna films security camera footage that seems to capture a ghost apparition appearing inside the hotel. Her boss also chimes in, offering a theory about what might be going on, and honestly, it only adds to the unsettling vibe.
They said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they when they dug up all the bodies here. That was a good one.
Whoa.
Moved them over to the graveyard.
They dug up the bodies and what?
That definitely seems to be something bizarre happening in that hotel. The figure captured on camera has that classic translucent shadowy look, just enough to make your skin crawl. And it's not just a one-time event either. The apparition seems to show up on multiple occasions, moving through different parts of the building.
That's a little crazy, y'all.
What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up.
What's frustrating is that we don't know the name of the hotel, so there's no way to dig deeper or look into its history. If it is haunted, there's a whole backstory we're missing out on, and possibly other encounters no one's posted yet. Some commenters have speculated that this could be a lingering spirit, maybe tied to something tragic that happened on the property. Others think it could be a camera glitch or even someone messing with the footage. But the fact that it appears multiple times, and always in a different way, makes the CGI or hoax angle feel less likely. So what exactly is going on here? We may never know for sure. Let's just hope that if this hotel is haunted, none of us accidentally end up booking a room there, completely unaware we're stepping into the same building from this footage. And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Don't worry, not quite yet. Got a little bit more to go, and then we're out. Good golly, there's Miss Molly. Molly. Good to see you, sis. All right, guys. Once we get through these, that's going to do it for the night. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and will enjoy the rest of this. It's great to do this with you guys. I really enjoy it. Molly, it's wonderful to see you tonight in here, hon. We missed ya.
Over on the
He was in
Paranormal
here a little
Encounter
bit ago.
subreddit, a user known as SageMan123 posted a video that showcases some extremely creepy goings-on that his friend took after moving into a new house. At the start of the video, the guy's talking to the camera and saying that his pet dog is laser focused on something in the distance that he cannot see. He proceeds to talk to the camera about how unsettling the whole situation is when out of nowhere,
I thought Gary was already here. I seen him a little bit ago.
this happens.
Alright? Mm-hmm. I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you kidding me right now?
After this happens, the guy is audibly shocked and also amazed at the whole situation. The uploader's friend then continues to record in silence for a while, before suddenly his pet dog begins barking very loudly at something in the house. Even after his attempts to try to calm him down, the dog continues to bark, clearly very angry at something. Then this happens.
What's wrong with you?
So you got rats, but
Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff. The fuck?
Mysteriously, the door in the room slowly closes all by itself, while the dog continuously barks. Not much else is known about this video, but it's definitely quite eerie.
So if the dog wouldn't have barked, I wouldn't have had a problem with this, okay? But animals see and hear things that we don't. So that's where my issue lies. Because the dog saw or heard it, I believe it.
The uploader says that his friend moved out of that house shortly afterward, and it's hard to blame him. While it's easy to jump to paranormal conclusions, there are of course more grounded possibilities like drafts, unlevel flooring, or air pressure causing doors to shut on their own. And dogs can sometimes react to things like distant sounds or shadows that we might not pick up on right away. However, the timing of the dog's barking, combined with the door closing by itself right after, does feel a little too perfect to dismiss entirely. Whether paranormal or not, I'd say anyone in that situation would probably feel uneasy, and I can't really blame his friend for moving out when he did. Imagine you're going out for a drive late at night, perhaps just trying to relax and enjoy yourself, or maybe you're coming home from work and then you see something so unbelievably creepy that you know you have to film it, or else the rest of the world won't believe you. Well, that's exactly what happened to Reddit user Brom10, who posted a highly unsettling video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit over 2 years ago. In the video, we watch as Brom10 slowly drives his way forward while filming out the side window of the car. At first, it can be a little difficult to see whatever it is that has his attention, but once you see it, it'll chill you to the core. Bizarrely, a group of over 30 people dressed in all black can be seen lingering around this park. Obviously, something incredibly suspicious is going on here, but as for what exactly, nobody knows. It's entirely possible that this is the workings of some kind of mysterious cult. Then again, it could just be a random group of people with no sinister intentions deciding to meet up this way.
Nope.
It's tempting to imagine something sinister.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, you about to be somebody's sacrifice. I ain't down with this shit. Sorry.
Going on here, especially when you see over 30 people gathered silently in the dark. However, it's worth considering that it could have been a performance group, a themed gathering, or even a prank designed.
A performance group? Come on now. I don't even care. I wouldn't be asking no questions. I'd be like, yo, peace, I'm gone. Bye. End of story.
To scare people passing by. Still, the fact that no one seemed to be actively doing anything, just standing there in the dark, definitely pushes this from strange to borderline terrifying. Whether it was harmless or not, I think most people would agree that this is not something you'd want to stumble across alone at night. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this one. Do you think these people were up to no good,
100%
or do you think that there's nothing to worry about here? This next video was posted by Reddit user SoggyGate9281, who caught something incredibly strange on a home security camera. The video starts with the alarm suddenly going off, which already sets a creepy tone. But then, things get even weirder.
Satanic flash mob. There you go, King. That makes sense.
You can clearly see a white, ghostly figure moving across the frame, casting a distinct shadow as it moves. That detail alone makes this clip stand out, since most so-called ghost orbs or mist videos don't show any kind of shadow interaction.
Yeah, that ain't normal because, right, what he just said there, but it also seems to be moving like human. It doesn't float. It's moving in like with a human mobility, in my opinion.
Some might argue it could be fog or light artifact, but the way it casts a shadow raises serious questions. If this were just a camera glitch, you'd expect the shadow to be missing or inconsistent. The video was posted just a few days ago, so no updates have surfaced yet, but here's hoping the homeowners find out what's going on, or at least get a good night's sleep sometime soon. TikTok user Kills25 posted the security camera footage from their home, and while it starts off pretty uneventfully, things take a weird turn very quickly. The clip shows a quiet living room in the middle of the night, until suddenly, the curtains start moving on their own, even though nobody is near them.
I was kind of thinking that too, Satir. Whoa, what the hell? What the hell?
The homeowner walks over and closes the curtains, but they keep opening again on their own,
Right,
almost
Molly?
like someone or something is trying to look outside. While there are such things as automatic curtains, these appear to be ordinary manual ones.
Do you guys see the orb too? Comes right across the front of the screen. Watch. Watch.
Side. While there are such things as automatic curtains, these appear to be ordinary manual ones.
Right there. As soon as they open, the orb comes past the camera. That's exactly what that was.
And even if it was a draft, it's strange that the curtains seem to move so consistently. Some might also wonder if air vents or open windows could cause the motion, but the way the curtains move and how the homeowner reacts suggests this isn't something they've seen happen before. Maybe it is just a breeze, or maybe someone or something wanted to take a peek outside.
Breeze? My ass.
Either way, it's definitely enough to make you double check your own windows tonight.
Exactly, Molly.
In this next video, TikTok user Adam Tristan films what seems like a quiet moment in his bedroom, until you notice something deeply unsettling. Take a close look.
No mames. Ya lo vi, jefe. Parte ahí, pues. ¿Será que me acerco?
Sí.
Ni se ve.
You can see a pale, human-like face peeking out from the small closet in the corner of the room. A few moments later, the closet door with a mirror on it creaks open by itself. There's no extra context given, which makes it all the more mysterious. Is it someone hiding in there? A clever prank? Or something paranormal? It's worth noting that lighting, reflections, or even staged setups could explain something like this. But if it's not a setup, the way the face stays perfectly still and the door moves on its own makes this feel genuinely creepy. I don't know about you, but if that happened to me, I'd probably be checking into a hotel for the night. The following video was uploaded to the UFO subreddit by a user known as Camino das Almas, and has been getting a lot of attention. The video in question was filmed on September 8, 2023 in Porto, Portugal. The uploader says that at the time of recording, he thought he had captured just one metallic sphere flying away along the same axis he was facing. However, he says that what's not shown in the very beginning is that the object actually flew directly over him at a low altitude.
Uma bola.
He writes, quote, "The first 2 minutes of the video is the raw, unedited footage showing the original sighting. After that, I've included a stabilized and zoomed in view to highlight the best visual of the main metallic sphere. Here's the crazy part. Nearly a year later, while reviewing the footage more closely, I discovered there were 8 more metallic spheres in the same clip, very far in the background and moving fast. They're almost impossible to notice at normal speed, so I edited the video to include slow motion, zoom-ins, and visual tracking to help reveal them. I did my best to point them out and make the details clearer without altering the core footage. Would love to hear what you think, or if anyone can enhance this further." End quote. A lot of people in the comments are impressed by how clear and natural the footage looks. Of course, some think it could be balloons, birds, or video glitches, but the way the spheres reflect light and move in formation seems a bit too coordinated for something like that. What do you guys think? Is this the real deal or something else entirely? Be sure to let me know in the comments. This video was posted to TikTok by user CCE Pedrao in February of this year, and is definitely one of the eerier ones to surface recently. The video shows security camera footage recorded in the middle of the night that starts off looking completely normal, but that changes in just a few seconds. A strange, ghostly figure can be seen wandering around outside, slowly moving across the screen before the video cuts off. Some viewers believe this could be a spirit caught on camera, possibly lingering around a location tied to its past. Others have suggested that it could simply be a person walking by, especially given the distance and lighting. Still, the slow, smooth movement of the figure and the timing of its appearance definitely make this feel more unsettling than the typical late-night passerby. Whether you think it's paranormal or not, it's the kind of clip that stays with you, and might make you think twice the next time your outdoor camera picks something up at 3 AM. A TikTok user named Dacia M. Solis Silla posted a short but very creepy video to her account recently. She explains that a home security system detected movement in the living room while she was in the bedroom with her daughter. Naturally, she decided to check the footage to see what it had picked up, and what she found was definitely not what she expected. If you look closely, you can see a quick shadowy movement near the wall, almost like a face or figure peeking out and ducking back. It happens very fast, but if you pause and rewind at the right moment, it's definitely there. Some viewers think this could be the spirit of a child or former resident, while others suggest it could be a camera glitch or bug flying past the lens. Still, given the timing and the fact that no one else was in the room, it's hard to shake the feeling that something or someone was watching from that wall. Over on the UFO subreddit, a user by the name of Distinct Effect 8832 posted a video that is sure to scare you silly and make you afraid of any sort of thing UFO related if you're not already. The uploader says that his brother was filming his daughter and a friend at this park. He said that he wanted to try slow motion capture on his brand new phone to test out the features. When he got home later on, he watched the video on a big screen and noticed something absolutely creepy. Did you see it? If not, it's not hard to see why. It's a very quick moment, but if you look just closely enough and at the right spot, you can make out some kind of strange UAP flying around in the sky. The thing that makes this video super creepy though, the UAP can be seen flying super fast, even though the video is clearly in slow motion. Naturally, some viewers have suggested that this could be a bug, a bird, or an artifact from the camera sensor. But the fact that the object moves so quickly while the rest of the footage is slowed down definitely makes this one worth a second look. So what in the world is going on here? How is it possible that this potential UAP was flying that fast? It's a mystery that, so far, nobody has been able to decipher, and it's highly unlikely that anyone...
It's like almost like a cloud type looking, very light looking orb, Tandy. You got to really be able to see. It's hard to see.
Never will. In this next video posted to YouTube back in August of 2016, we watch as an employee at a school in Valle del Pino, Buenos Aires, Argentina, films himself working the night shift, presumably as a security guard. Throughout the clip, the employee and a co-worker wander through the silent, empty hallways. It's not entirely clear why they started filming, but you can assume they probably heard something strange and decided to investigate with their phone camera. After a while, they enter a classroom, and that's when they experience the scare of a lifetime.
¿Me escuchas? ¿Me escuchas, boludo? ¿Me escuchas? Nada, boludo. Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste, boludo? ¿Viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá. Aguantá.
Nope.
Right in front of them, a chair slides across the floor all by itself. The two men freak out and quickly run away, clearly terrified by what they just witnessed. Unfortunately, since this is the only video on the uploader's channel, there's no way of knowing what happened next. But after something like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they never came back to that school again. Of course, some might argue that wires, magnets, or clever editing could explain the movement, but if it was a prank, the genuine reactions of the two men make it feel a little too real to dismiss entirely. This next video we'll be taking a look at was uploaded to the video sharing platform Dailymotion back in December of 2015 and showcases something absolutely terrifying in broad daylight. We watch as the videographer films a skyscraper in the city on a cold and dreary looking day. But aside from the unsettling atmosphere of the video, for the first few seconds, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. However, a couple of seconds later, the uploader proceeds to zoom in to an area right next to the skyscraper, and it's here in which this seemingly normal video gets flipped right on its head.
That looks like a weather balloon. For real.
Seen floating right next to the building is what appears to be a gigantic pyramid-shaped UFO. It proceeds to slowly move its way around the building for a couple of seconds before the video ends shortly thereafter, without any further explanation as to what we just saw. Of course, it's entirely possible that this might not be a UFO, and perhaps it was just a super weird looking kite or something. But then again, with the world being as mysterious and strange
It looks
as
like a
it
weather
is,
balloon.
anything is possible. Your house or apartment should be
We're all
your
in
number
agreement.
one safe space. It's the place in which you know for a fact that you can come to if you want to be in a welcoming environment. However, for this woman named Jeanette, her apartment was anything but safe. This TikTok video that she posted in March of this year starts off with her looking incredibly uncomfortable as she slowly makes her way toward the camera. You can tell in seconds that something is terribly wrong and that she's afraid of something. What's wrong? Well, it turns out that an intruder showed up in her apartment in the middle of nowhere.
Whoa.
Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Oh, hell no.
What's super weird about this clip, aside from the intruder of course, is that if you look right here, you can see the door opening up before she runs out of it. Some people in the comments think that there was a ghost in there with her as well as the intruder, whereas others believe that someone outside her apartment knew what was going on and opened the door to help her escape easier.
Oh, that's crazy.
In the second video posted by Jeanette, we see her cuddling up next to her adorable cat. It seems like Jeanette is finally able to enjoy some peace and quiet in her life, but sadly, it doesn't last very long at all. She suddenly hears a very strange noise and proceeds to investigate. At first, it seems as though nothing is wrong, but then she discovers this. At this point in the video, you can see some indent prints on the bed. Were they paranormal, or was there another intruder hiding underneath the bed? I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this one, so be sure to leave your comments down below.
That is insane. Hell no.
Over on Instagram.
Yeah, like, first off, Ron Jeremy's in prison, so he shouldn't be able to be in somebody's apartment, but that would creep me out if I seen Ron Jeremy in my apartment, for real. That's crazy. Sorry. Thanks, Satiris.
A woman named Diana posted a series of videos to her account that have gotten some people talking in the paranormal community recently, and it's for a good reason. In the video, we watch as Diana films outside of her house. Multiple police cars with their sirens turned on arrive outside of their home across the street, much to the confusion of both Diana and a man living with her. The footage then cuts to a handful of police officers at the front of an RV, clearly trying to talk to someone who is seemingly inside. A second video posted by Diana shows a silhouette of a child standing in front of the police car, but when the officer walks past, the silhouette of the child disappears. At the end of the video, you can see the silhouette again, standing in front of the police car, but after the camera pans away and back again, the silhouette is gone again. In a third video, Diana and the man enter the RV, and it's here in which we see some truly scary things happen, and we also find out more about what happened before.
Oh, great.
Jeez. Oh my god, oh my god. What was that?
Holy shit. I'm not getting a heart attack.
Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before. A long time ago.
As you can see, a dead crow falls from the ceiling, much to their horror. We also find out that the man who died in the autocamper had a child who died a long time ago. Is it possible that the ghost we saw in front of the police car be the man's child? A bit later on, Diana posted a video to her account to help provide some context. Someone asked about the backstory of the dead guy, and Diana says she doesn't know. She says she also doesn't know about the backstory of the deceased child. She also put a side note in the description of the post, stating that the man in the trailer died from natural causes, saying she believes it was a heart attack. She also says that it might have been because his pacemaker wasn't working properly. In a Q&A, she was asked if she thinks there was a young girl's ghost present, but she says she isn't sure. She was also asked if she thinks there was a reflection of something, and she said it's a possibility. She then gets asked if anyone has reported seeing any ghosts or anything at all out of the ordinary in the area before, but she says no. As for what she personally believes about the whole story, she says that when she went into the trailer, she says she definitely felt really off, stating that she felt very nervous. Diana also says that she believes in ghosts to an extent. So what do you guys think about this whole story? It's definitely quite a layered and interesting case, and hopefully one that gets some answers in the near future. And that was 13.
All right. That was weird. Crazy. So what do you think, guys? Wild stuff. And don't forget about Lallorona. Don't forget about Lallorona. I hope you guys enjoyed that in the videos, and got to take a little break from the true crime stuff. And like I said, it's nice to be able to relax and just do something different every now and again. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight on this Saturday night, and spending your night with us. So thank you guys again so much. I will be back here tomorrow for the morning show, and I will be going over the new documents that were dropped in the Idaho case. And I think that's about it for tonight, guys. And I'll probably see some of the mods here in a little bit. But everybody else, guys, don't forget to all right. So hold on. What was I going to say? Thank you, Tita. Same to you. Miss Bunny, have a great night. All the rest of you guys, please have a great and amazing rest of your night. Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. Don't change a thing. You guys are the beautiful people, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one, folks. Good night. God bless. See you soon.